For it to be, it could be what you desire. Your vision could become your entire world. We're playing all these games, baby. Make no mistake. Now I cannot break. Ah, da, 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 da. I will my Let's try and make this go good. All right. Need a little bit more space on my. All right, that should be good. I think. Guys are empty. This has my rockets in them. I'm just making sure I know where everything is. Oh, full? No. Anyone that isn't full? No. There. Put those away. How's it going, Lava? Hope you're having a good day. I'm a bit sad that I don't have, that I didn't back up my resource pack, but it's probably gonna be fine. There's definitely stuff that I'll probably forget that I haven't changed yet, but, knowing the things that I have changed, I think this could also be a good time for me to even improve the stuff that I changed. So as much as I'm kind of sad about it, I feel like I could just make it better with the knowledge I have now. I just need to get Blockbench to work on this computer because it was not loading. Also, we cleared out this area last time, right? And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I swear to God, there was a larger area that I was planning to do this for, but this is the only area I can find um, with Breeze, and that's the plans for a potential trip next week. That's awesome. We have a fun trip. But I was like, I swear there's another place. I swear. Well, I found where I was looking for, so we're not actually going to continue this area. We're going to move it to the other area. And so right now all I'm doing is just clearing out this stuff because I'm contemplating going back to my house to clear anything, but we'll see. Let's put this here. This is our other Silk Touch pick. I think I just might take this stuff and bring it to the other, or bring it home and then come back and start clearing out the other area, because the other area is quite a lot bigger. Oh wait, I could do this. Ah, wait, I could do this. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool. I have two uh monitors still, at least, so I can do the dual monitor setup. Okay, we're gonna, let's see, how much is left in here? Still a lot. A lot, but we can live with it. Let me let me grab this shulker out and this shulker out, and we'll put this in here, that in there. So we will, I'll keep the Electron until we can actually go out. I gotta play a little bit carefully because it's this game, I don't have like the best setup for it right now. So I can make some stupid mistakes that get me killed. That's the Trial Chambers, Banner House, Trial Chamber Village. But the area that I'm looking for, myself so much. The area I'm looking for, I tried punching in the direction to show you guys. Well, it has the added things from Visiality. It doesn't have my, that's fine. The mod that I have that makes, that I only downloaded so I could have rings in the water, makes, other stuff. I tried to smack the direction I need to go, but it's over this direction. Through this wall here is where I need to go. And there's a large open area there. I remember it was around here. Okay. I don't need these eggs. And you know what? Maybe chickens will spawn. I don't think any chickens spawned. Some context, I'm British, but don't talk about it much because it's not asked. Nintendo has a pop-up store in London that I want to check out. Oh, that's so fun. Dude, I was in London like a day before Pokemon Worlds happened, and I'm so sad that I missed it. I could have stayed. If I knew, I would have planned around it, but I didn't realize. London, I wasn't necessarily, you know what? Fine, I'm gonna go grab London, or around that time, I was not paying attention to competitive Pokemon as much as I am now. But like, let's just do this. But I went to go visit my sister. She lives in London, and then like the day we got home, she was like, "There's some Pokemon thing happening today. It's so weird." I'm like, "Wait a minute, fucking, what day is it? Oh my god, it's Worlds." That'll be awesome. I also, didn't they have like a pop-up shop for like X and Y or something like that as well? Either way, that's gonna be awesome. Definitely can tell this isn't my PC. Because it's struggling to even get 60 FPS. But also, I think I have like my render distance up a little bit. I could probably go 12 maybe. Max shadow distance, let's just go like 9. There's probably a lot of stuff maybe that I could change. But we'll do that for now. I believe they did X and Y in France and Sword and Shield in London, which I've been to. Oh, that's awesome. I have sort of like the worst setup for this right now because the computer I'm using right now is on the right side of my desk. And I didn't notice that they made a new texture for the compass, but because I was using my resource pack, I never realized that they used that. I need to just rework my resource pack entirely, I think. Because the way I did it wrong, I downloaded all of the, like, I got a resource pack thing, so, like, all the files of all the textures and models and everything, and I just used that, and I would replace what I wanted to replace. But if you don't do that, you can easily just make a resource pack where it has items that replace what you want to replace, and then if you don't replace the thing, it just uses the regular texture. So, up. Okay. Let's organize this, I guess. I'm gonna classify these as... Also, please help me out if you guys happen to see me dump something into a chest that doesn't need to be there. Let me know. That is so loud. I'm so sorry. That is actually so loud. I'm gonna turn that off. I love it, but like, I love the realistic rain sounds, but the thunder is so fucking loud for absolutely no reason. You got a plush from the London Pikachu sitting on the top of your shelf. Nice. Also, I don't know if I said my thing, but my setup is psychotic because the computer is on the right side of my desk, where my main computer used to be on my left side. So, I moved my, like, I didn't want to move my mic because I'm lazy, but I just have my mic arm leaning across my entire desk now. We'll definitely see how often I do these streams. I might even just stream to talk to people, if you guys find that interesting or something I should do, because I'm already going stir crazy. Like, this was... My computer was basically fucking all I did. No, this would be... Did I put copper grates in here? I don't think I did. No, copper grates would go with, like, this stuff. I'm pretty sure, though, for precious items, I put trial keys in here. Wait, no, these are all stone. We don't need this, actually. We can do this. We're gonna have so much copper. But with the new copper stuff coming out, it's gonna probably not be that much. the wax copper can, or the slabs can stay. And I can't wait to actually update my game once all of my mods are good, and finally play on the update with the copper golems. That is funny. I didn't mean to do that, but sure. Because then we can actually... I want to make an actual storage room, actually. Right. That's kind of cool. Oh, never mind. So close. No. This just is filled with a lot of random stuff. Nope. I guess candles, I kind of know where they go. Probably don't need to be holding leather boots, but... Welcome to the sorting stream. This is why I can't wait to actually build a sorting room. Maybe that's what I'll do on some of these streams, is work on the sorting room space, at least. Because that will maybe make me happy. I know I probably should just get a shulker for the ominous bottles, but for right now, I'm just gonna leave them. Scaffolding, I know where this goes. That goes. This goes to weapons. Templates. Weapons. I don't know how the copper golem sorts armor. Like, if armor is enchanted, does it know that it's a diamond armor? Wait, actually... Ooh. Where the hell did I just put this? Okay. That wasn't even the right chest. Do I have this? Okay, we do have this in the armor trim box. We'll put that. It'll make me happy to work on it because it will be in Thunderbolt's tower. This also... I kind of put some lighting in here with the wood, which we could probably change that. I think that would be another thing we'd have to do, is figure out what we'd classify... like, what into. Okay, that's probably enough for that. Okay, and then we'll bring this down to the other storage room. I'm getting close to full Pokedex in ZA. Nice. I have not even touched ZA since the last time we played it. I might try and stream ZA on Thursday, But we'll see. Because like, playing on the Switch might be something we can actually do on this computer because it's not running the game. But I wanted to test Minecraft first because I'm like, if Minecraft can't run on it, then I'm not just not gonna try. Like, I'm just like, if I can't stream Minecraft on it, even like at 40 frames per second, you know, then I'm not gonna try. But if I can, then we will shoot for it because I can do that. We just probably won't have the model up for any of the streams, which will be unfortunate, but such is life. But yeah, if we can do stuff like that, that'd be a lot of fun. And fuck it, man. Maybe if I don't want to play Pokemon for one of the streams, which, like, heaven knows I do want to play Pokemon, we could do things that we haven't done in forever on the Switch, like running a amiibo tournament in Smash Bros. We used to run amiibo tournaments all the time on Smash Bros. And we would do a thing where I would ask everybody at, like, the beginning of the tournament, like, you get to pick, it was like 32 amiibo tournaments, right? Like, the max size you could do. I think it's 32 is the max size, but um but we would do the amiibo tournaments, and I would ask people, like, who do you think's gonna win? And then if you picked the winner of the whole tournament, I'd give you a custom name or a custom rank in the Discord server. That's why I don't know if he's actually still. I think he's still in the Discord server, but there's one person that has, like, the rank of Super Kami Guru, or role rather, not rank, but. Though I did give some people their own custom ranks just because I felt like it. Like, I gave Potato Spudtacular because he boosted the server. And Schmeeps has beat my ass at Pokemon even though she never knew how to play the game or something like that. This laptop could handle some indies and previous gen games too. This laptop right now is kind of like at the end of its life, or not at the end of its life, but it gets really hot now, and I probably could fix it, but I just don't know if I want to try right now. I might try and fix it when my computer comes back. But yeah, like, this computer is a pretty good computer. It's just a laptop. It's a gaming laptop, and it just has heating issues right now, which would require me to, like, go through and take everything apart, but I didn't want to do that when I had the laptop, because if I broke anything, I'd be out of laptop, and then I also just didn't know what I was doing. But I feel like I could do it now. The only problem with it that's really annoying is it's probably what I did with a computer, which is it's probably thermal paste that I need to replace. And I'm pretty sure I have to replace the thermal paste on the GPU and the CPU for this laptop, and I don't think I have enough thermal paste for both after using the thermal paste on the CPU of my computer, which then we immediately just gave back to the person. So I'm kind of annoyed, because I'm like, I could have just not used the thermal paste on that computer, and I would have had enough thermal paste for both. And then I don't really feel like buying more thermal paste. But we'll see. I definitely don't want to tinker with it right now. Ooh. I literally almost just choked on some high chew. But yeah, this laptop is good. It's running fine, which is good enough. Yeah. I think it's just an overheating issue. And it's probably got like a bunch of shit. Like this computer's like 5 years old. So it doesn't have the best graphics card in the world. Um but yeah, this is the computer I edit all my videos on. This is the computer I do a lot of stuff with. So it also does have like a lot of files and everything slowing it down. So it's more of my workhorse computer right now instead of anything. It is a good computer, and I'm happy that Minecraft is playing with it. But like comparing it to my other computer, there's no comparison. You wish Marvel Rivals and Overwatch were on Switch too? Dude, I love Marvel Rivals, but oh, am I? No, it's Trial Chamber Village. I'm looking at the wrong one. I love Marvel Rivals, but but oh my god, it would probably blow up Switch 2's, man. It sucks that my computer died right when Rivals was doing their new PvE mode that looks super fun and is like a roguelike, which, I love. Oh, real quick, I need to do something. Before I forget. Bye. Fortnite runs on Switch 2 fine, so who knows? Same engine. For Marvel Rivals and Fortnite, um, I think so, but like, I don't know. They have like real bad like optimization, I feel like. I feel like it would definitely look a lot worse, obviously, but there's just some llamas out here. Oh no. They're not just some llamas. Ooh. Are they some? I thought I heard the guy. No matter what we breathe within us. It's got smites. I'm just gonna like whoop. Eh. That's just gonna clog space. Let me collect some wood here as well. Here it is. Because I want to make more chests. Gotta make sure we're not accidentally. I heard it was 30 FPS, so it's not the best experience. Or I think some optimization issues on Unreal Engine is PC specific. I know Marvel Rivals got ported to PS4 recently. I heard it's 30 FPS, so it's not the best experience. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like I don't hear much people, but yeah, I guess if it's a computer issue, because I imagine with like the ports to consoles, it's a little bit more easy to optimize for console rather than computer because you have to make sure it runs on like all these different kinds of computers. But okay, so let's dig out. Of course. Let's dig out here. But this is the area I was thinking of. So we'll build our little sanctuary here. I'm gonna forgot to put this back. Get some chests going. Some chests going. Let's get Crafting table. Whoop. I might freaking inventories all over the place. So let me just get through here. Can you stop shooting me? Like, you guys are some kind of skeletons. It goes back in there, right? Take that out. That goes back in there. I never cleared out this. Lingering potion of weakness. Okay. And then we will put down these. Alright. And then we'll take this. We will take this. And we will go around. Have I... Oh! I have never gotten this ominous trial one. Oh, what? Please tell me I have ominous trial keys. Oh, no. Oh. Wait, I don't think I have any. I might have some at home. That I never... Have I ever been over here, like, one time, even? Okay, we'll have to pay attention. I just want to see... This might not even be the place I'm looking for. Oh, no. This is... God, these skeletons are, like, relentless. Okay, so that's done. I thought it was a golden apple, but it's a potato. Which, we do love potatoes here. Okay, we gotta just block these off line of sight-wise so they prevent them from spawning. Jesus! Where are these skeletons coming from? There actually might have to be another spawner around. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my oh my oh my oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Where is this army of skeletons coming from? Oh no, that was the same thing. Stop. Why can't I pick the... Oh, you old man. Oh, get over here, you bastard. Okay. Okay. And you all please leave me alone. Respectfully. Where are you coming from? Why are you behind me? Oh my god. Fuck off and die, please. How about that? I'm like a porcupine. If there is a skeleton farmer or skeleton thing, that could be good. Oh, also, I was talking about this in the last stream, how with spawners, I want to make it like a timed event thing. So I was thinking, what if, for skeleton spawners, or not skeleton spawners, but spawners in general, I was trying to think of like, what is that? What was that? That was weird. For the skeleton. My God, for spawners. For spawners, what if we, instead of making it like a room that you walk into, what we could do is we have lights that go on and off. So we'll have lights that are on for most of the time, and then lights that go off. Yeah, invisible chain. We're not running the models on this PC for right now, just because I'm not gonna try my luck. Oh my golly. Or is there like a... Maybe this is another trial chamber thing down here? Oh my god. Maybe... Is it just dark? Is that the... No, it's... It's... What? No, where are they coming from? Mobs cannot naturally spawn in a trial chamber. So they either have to be... Actually, they could be... They could have been spawned from down here? Maybe? Unless they were spawned in a trial spawner, and I just didn't see them. But yeah, this is what I was talking about this. How you doing, Kato? This is what I was talking about when I said I'm pretty sure there's a larger area. Nope, that's my Elytra. I'm pretty sure there's a larger area in the trial chambers that I was planning to do the desert area in. This is where I was talking about. I found it. Also, for the movie nights, guys, because I might not want to stream every week on this PC. We'll see. We will just see, because it might just work. But I still do want to do movie nights. I found Battle Royale on Plex. You can watch with ads, and I kind of want to watch Battle Royale because that's a really good suggestion from Burning Lava. It's a really good movie. It's a little bit of a gory movie, so if you don't like gory violence, you might not like it, but it's a Japanese classic. And then I like a lot of the suggestions we did. K-pop Demon Hunters would be a fun one because we didn't do that one in the Discord server, but please let me know what days and times work for you, for anybody that's interested, and especially for specific movies. Like, say like Burning Lava said Battle Royale, right? And say Burning Lava really wants to watch Battle Royale on the Discord. And I pick like Tuesday at 3 in the morning for me or something, like sometime, or 3 in the morning for Burning Lava. Like that would suck, right? So let me know what days, like, especially if there's movies that you want to see, so that I can set those up for y'all specifically. Avatar: The Last Airbender and Avatar like double feature also sounded pretty fun. But we'll see. You know me, I like spent a year planning to do Princess Mononoke in the server, which maybe we should do Princess Mononoke finally, and never ended up doing it, but I'm a lot more excited about doing... Actually, is this even... I think this is what I was... Do I have... Is now that I'm seeing this, I'm wondering if this is the area I'm even thinking of being, because this area is the same as the other area, except I need to get like freaking X-ray. Is there any like more? I'm trying to think, like, this doesn't... What could be a cool idea, I keep messing this jump. What could be a cool idea is connecting this area with the other area we cleared out and make like a perimeter around the trial chamber dungeon, and it's like all desert. Double feature's gonna take all night, yeah, but it'd still be very fun. We could always start earlier too. You know, we could start around everyone's dinner time and everybody have like their dinner. I guess we can't start around everyone's dinner time because that's impossible. But we also don't have to do the double feature on one day if we don't want to. We can mix it up into 2 days. Also, something funny. I went to Costco today because I'm depressed, and I went to Costco and I was like, Costco sells computers, and I went over to the computer section. They have like almost. They have almost 1-to-1 my computer that I just sent off into the shop, but it's like a handful, like maybe like $600 less than the thing I had, but the graphic card was worse. That was the only thing, and I was just like, man, maybe we should, like, if I went to Costco before I went to the computer place, that would have probably been the computer I went home with. Maybe. Also, this bad boy, I couldn't open this, so we need to go. We should fly back home, get a trial key before an ominous trial key before. And then I was talking about earlier in the stream that, but I don't think I went full into detail on it. Basically, I forgot to back up my resource pack, so I have a really old version of a resource pack, which I'm actually not running right now. But I think that might be a blessing in disguise, because for me, there's always been like minor issues with my resource pack that I just never fixed, because I would be like, I don't need to fix it or whatever, you know? But now I'm here and I'm like, maybe I just need to remake my resource pack like sort of from the ground up, in the sense that like I still have the textures for all the stuff, but I just reformat the resource pack, reset up everything so that I remove any of the issues. Like, one of the issues that my resource pack had is because the cows updated, some of the cows didn't have their custom horns. Like, the Highland looking cows didn't have their big horns. So I think I might try like fixing that stuff. And I do know some of the solutions for the issues. Like, I'm pretty, or at least I remember sort of, like, the dogs are broken because the dogs updated and got a bunch of new dog forms. And I think for some reason it was some issue with the collar texture. Like, the collar texture broke my thing and I had to fix that. So I know where to look, at least, for a lot of the issues. It also makes me go, like, I should just document me troubleshooting stuff, so that I can come back to it and then people can also see. Like, I should just like record myself troubleshooting and then edit where I've solved the problem and go, okay, this is how I solved the problem. Let me double check something as well. Yes, I forgot. I was gonna upload a Digimon video. And I uploaded it to YouTube, but I didn't. Oh wait, let me actually. I know that there's audio on it, but I wasn't gonna upload it until I tested the audio, and then I never tested the audio. So let me double check. You guys might hear me. Hello, everybody. Oh, there you go. Welcome back. Cool. Luckily, I filmed a decent chunk of Time Strangers, so the Time Strangers stuff will go up like every other day minus like Thursdays. Luckily, I kind of bulked right before my computer shit itself, because I'm doing right now, we're doing SMT and Digimon on the channel, and SMT has been fully recorded because it's an old stream from last year, I think. And then we're doing Digimon, which I recorded like 10-ish episodes of, so we'll do those like every other day. And then Thursday, we did 2 MPW streams so Thursdays are pretty much on lock for a couple weeks now. So, because we should have 4 or 5 MPW videos set. So, we are incredibly fortunate. I might have to go. I went to a bookstore recently, or today, after we went to Costco, and I think I might have to go back because I was looking at this book. I have not read like a novel in maybe since I was in school. You know, like I have not read. I don't read books, right? But I saw this One Piece novel. I think it's like a light novel, so it's not, you know, a novel, but it's words and not just pictures. So that's kind of big. It's kind of big for me. Um, but it was it was called something like the One Piece Ladies or something like that. And it's a novel series of one shots going through these random misadventures with the women from One Piece. And Nami's one of my favorite characters, so I immediately was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." But it was just like weird, fun adventures that they go on, and I was like, "This is really cute. I kind of want to read this," but then I didn't pick it up because I'm like, I don't know if I'd read this. But I have fucking free time now, so I might go back and buy it. I was also thinking of doing another Christmas like watch party this year again because we did Hamtaro, and I'd be down to do Hamtaro again if people wanted to do that. But I kind of want to like I kind of like the idea of just watching like Christmas episodes of TV shows, and so I might look around for some TV show Christmas episodes. Hamtaro. Yeah, I really like the Hamtaro episodes for the Christmas ones that we got, so I wouldn't mind doing that. It will be the Hamtaro Christmas episodes and then the obligatory episode about a floppy disk that also came with the DVD. Honestly, they're some of my favorite episodes, so I'd love to do that again. Turn that into a Christmas tradition. We just watch Hamtaro, but I also watched there's a One Piece Christmas episode, and it's not even really a Christmas episode, but it's like there's a filler arc type thing where they just are like, I might need to go get a fucking, can I wait, can I, would you like shut up if I put this in front of you? Because I'm hearing that, oh my god, please. Hearing that is making my head, no, wait, is it because of this? No, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind if this guy, I'm gonna go back. This guy's actually driving me insane. Um, and hopefully I have an ominous trial key. If not, we're starting an ominous trial. But I actually don't know if I have an ominous trial key. Alright, well, we should grab this shulker. I don't even remember what I was saying. The sound of him opening and closing his mouth just drove me insane. We have to deal with so many slimes. Oh, there's a Christmas episode in One Piece that's like a filler arc that it's just like One Piece characters, but in like feudal Japan, and they're not like even the same characters. They just look like their One Piece counterparts, and they have similar jobs. Um, except instead of like pirates, they're samurai or something like that. And one of the episodes takes place. It's like Die Hard. It takes place on Christmas, but has nothing to do with Christmas. And I don't know. I loved it when I watched it. It like I watched it around Christmas too, so it kind of just got me in the mood. Isn't there a Halloween episode of Hamtaro? I was looking for it, but I couldn't find it. I'm sure there is 100%. I just couldn't find it. Which we could always watch something like a fun show as well for a watch party. Right now, me and Schmeeps have been watching, and Draven every once in a while. She pops in. We've been watching, or she asks to join. We've been watching Young Justice, which has been pretty fun. Schmeeps is on a real, like, DC Comics kick. So I would like to also watch, like, Superman Doomsday in the Discord, maybe, but definitely with her at some point, because that's such a good, like, Superman comic. It's based off of a Superman comic, which I won't say the name because it, spoils the movie. But I remember reading the comic. I've never watched the movie, but I remember reading the comic. And if there's a movie for it, it's gonna be good. Let's all pray that I have an ominous trial key. It feels so weird playing this game on my computer, like this computer, because this was like I'm pretty sure I could be wrong. I feel like I started this world on this computer. At least if I didn't start the world on this computer, I played on this world so much on this computer that it feels super weird to come back to it. Okay, please have ominous trial keys. It looks like a blue key with like 3 heads. Ominous trial key. We have regular trial keys. There's a chance that I didn't originally put the trial keys in here. They're not, like, I don't have any trial keys. I have 1 trial key there. I feel like I don't have any ominous trial keys. But we might have put some in here. I'm actually quite shocked if we don't have any. Because you can only use them on specific things. That really means that we've only been getting enough to open. I mean, it's not like I've been hunting for them, but you would think I would get some sort of extra. But then again, I probably, like, find an ominous trial, immediately use it. Unfortunate. I just definitely want to try. Let's get some, get some milk. Because what I'll do is I'll do a ominous trial. Actually, I don't think I'll get milk anyways. But I don't think it matters. You give yourself bad omen, and then you go into the trial chambers, but I don't know if... I'm pretty sure you can milk to remove it, so it's not doing it infinitely. We have, like, 1 cow in here, I think. We might not have. The cow might actually be legit dead. Also, it's Halloween, so we might run into some creatures with... Or it's around Halloween. We might run into creatures with pumpkins on their head. I don't know if that only happens on Halloween, though. Are you guys doing anything for Halloween? I'm probably not. I was invited to a wedding shower, but I kind of don't want to go, so I don't think I'm going to go. It's been a long week, and I don't really feel like socializing anymore, and I went to a convention yesterday, and I walked around all today, so... You think it's only on Halloween? I think you're right, because I feel like we would have seen one by now. Passing out candy and drinking? Nice. Passing out while drinking? Let's go. I'm just kidding. I'm not doing much on Halloween. Don't usually do much on Halloween. You can say this is fortunate. Some people might say it sucks, but I think it's fortunate that kids don't really come to my house on Halloween, so I can kind of never need to do anything. The most I've ever really done on Halloween is just stream. We get about like a maximum of 8 people showing up at my house, so Halloween's kind of great for me because I get to we get to buy candy, and then we don't give it to anyone because nobody ever wants, or no one ever shows up, and then I get to eat all the chocolate afterwards, and I love Kit Kats, so. I also bought a big bag of High Chew because um, every once in a while, like, someone in my family will get High Chew, and I think, oh my god, High Chew, it's so good. And I eat it, and then, um, and then I never have it again. Like, I have, like, 2 High Chew a year, and so I saw that in the store, and I was like, I kind of want this really badly. Not buying candy is bad luck. Yeah, we buy candy, so. My, mom's friend is, like, she's not, like, rich, but she's kind of rich. Like, she gets, she has a lot of money that I feel like, or she just doesn't know how to save. I don't know. She has a lot of money, okay? She's kind of rich. And she gives out, like, full-size candy bars and cans of soda on Halloween. Like, she's that house. You know what I mean? And there's, like, hundreds of kids that show up to her house. She's that house. She's the house that gives, like, that everybody goes, oh my god, that's the house. She's that house. Playing some Fortnite on Halloween. I think Fortnite updates around the time and adds the Simpsons. Oh, that's sick. That's awesome. I'm actually shocked that the Simpsons haven't. I'm shocked the Simpsons haven't made it into Fortnite before, like, Family Guy and King of the Hill. I almost said Persona. There's a whole Springfield map that's sick. That's awesome. Super cool. That was so unnecessary. Okay. Let's get an ominous bottle. I think just we need an ominous bottle 1. So I don't think the level of ominous bottle matters. It just matters that you use one. And so then we have Bad Omen. We can come up here, and now we have Ominous Trial for 14 minutes. Alright. We probably didn't even need the milk then. But let's clear these guys. Imagine if we got an ominous... I'm wondering how the ominous trials will work for our custom course that we're gonna have. Fighting at not my steady, like 1,000 frames per second is very scary. Ominous key! Let's go! I crit him with shears and he died. Okay. Come here, slime. 2 ominous keys on our first try. Let's go. I don't know what the hell is happening. I think it's because I'm accidentally touching the trackpad on my computer. Alright, let me go into here. Drink the milk just to turn it off. There we go. Sweet. That's awesome. Okay, guys, who's ready for me to get... Okay, what do you guys think I'm going to get? You think I'm going to get the mace? Let's see. Oh... I have, like, some of the worst luck with these loot boxes. I got Smite 3. That's, like, ass. Dude, I have, like, the worst luck on these. Okay, we got another ominous key, though. Got so many arrows and bones from all the things we fought. I'm gonna clear out this room, but I feel like, even after finding this room, I feel like it's not... Like, there's nothing down here that connects anything, right? No, like, connecting rooms. Every time I see that, I'm like, oh, spawner? No. The mace, the mace, the mace. Not the mace. Exactly. I think that's something that I hate about the mace a lot, is the mace is such a cool weapon, but they just made it impossible to get. I think the mace's, like, rarity would not be as terrible if they, like, let you open multiple trial, like, spawner things. Like, let us open the ominous trial box crate thing or whatever it's called infinite times. Put like a cooldown on it for like 30 minutes so you can't open it. You can open it like every run you do. I feel like would be really fun, but they don't want the they don't want that, which I can understand because it's like infinite loot and whatever, but also at the same time they were talking up the trial chambers as being like like we have people that love exploring, we have people that love building, but we wanted to add something that for people that loves combat, and this is what we're adding. And I'm like, that's awesome. That's a really smart idea. And then it's like, well, it's just kind of a one and done thing. I was like hoping that it was an infinite trial where you could like constantly get rewards, and they showed like the rewards from the trial spawners in the first trailer, and the trailer was so much better. They were getting like diamonds and shit from the trial spawner, and I was like, that is actually gonna be insane. Like, that's gonna be so fun. Like, I would love to farm diamonds by doing trial chamber stuff. That was one of the original like reasons I was really excited for the trial chambers, and then they were like, haha, potato, baked potatoes, bread. And I'm just like, that's kind of dumb, but whatever. My PC has been playing up a bit too. Hopefully leaving it alone will fix it. I have a Mac Mini for personal use, so I'm looking into what games I can play on Mac. Oh, I know a lot of people struggle with Mac for playing games, but yeah, hopefully your PC, you know, hopefully your PC doesn't go into the kapoots. I still stand firm that I think the Trial Chambers is one of the best things they've ever added to Minecraft. It's just, its entire concept is super fun. It's literally, like, something that I feel like a lot of people, like, at least for me, back in the day, I don't really care as much now, but back in the day, I was very against, like, people would be like, oh, they should add, like, you know, like, fucking cars or something to Minecraft, you know, like... And I'm just like, they shouldn't do that because that's like super, like that's just modded. It feels modded. It doesn't feel like vanilla Minecraft if you add like all these ridiculous things to the game. Now I don't really care. I think they should add whatever they feel like they could add that's fun. But the Trial Chambers feels like something straight out of a mod that they made feel vanilla, if that makes sense. And also, to past me and anybody that's like, this sounds too modded, that's a valid opinion to have, but just remember that, like, horses were mods. You know, like um pistons were mods. Back in the day, hoppers were mods. I actually don't know if pistons were mods, but I'm pretty sure it was. Hoppers were mods. Like there's a ton of things that were mods that are now in vanilla Minecraft, and we never batted an eye, so I'm really excited for the spear. I think that's gonna be I feel like every time they announce a weapon, I'm like, that's my new favorite weapon. But I really think the spear is gonna be fun. Because you can swoop down. I think there's a like a 0 point there's like a maybe like a 13.53 repeating chance that my computer or my hardcore world ends because I fly with an elytra really fast and try to hit someone with a spear. Mac gaming is weird, but there's some good games. Cyberpunk runs solid for the type of CPU and GPU the Macs run. Macs like running stuff is super good. Like Macs run stuff better than PCs sometimes. Like I would say on average, Mac can like run things more consistently than PCs, but I think Macs are limited to whatever Apple wants to give you, and you can't really like upgrade or change anything about it. You know, that's the biggest drawback from a Mac point of view, because Apple's just very strict. I feel like there was a bigger room. I might need to install like a free cam mod and just fly around and try and see where I'm at. People found workarounds for the storage issue of Mac Minis. It requires only another Mac. It requires owning another Mac though. That sucks, but it's cool they found it. I need to go back up. At least, at least me trying to find this mystical area that I think exists, where the trial chamber is massive. I'm gonna be clearing out a bunch of areas that need to be clearing out for later. You're so ready for Nautilus? Yes. They're going to be so much fun. Though, I love the Nautilus, but it frustrates me a little bit. Because they made the Happy Ghast, right? And then they're like, this Nautilus is basically like the Happy Ghast of the water. And I'm like, no, it's not at all like the Happy Ghast of the water. The only thing that is the same about the Nautilus and the Happy Ghast is that you can ride them. The Happy Ghast is fucking slow and gives you, like, mining fatigue when you're on it. The Nautilus lets you breathe underwater, sprint really quickly underwater, and mine fast underwater. None of that is what, like, the fucking... Where did that come from? Where did that fucking skeleton come from? Okay, but like the Happy Ghast is slow as sin, and the Nautilus seems so fast. It's so crazy. 1 TB away, or 1 TB for way less than what Apple offers. That's awesome. Yeah, 1 TB's great. I wonder, I don't know if I even have, I know I do. I was gonna say, I don't even know if I have Steam installed on this computer still, but I wonder if I can play Tabletop Sim and just play, like, do some Magic the Gathering by myself. Or with people, if people want to play. But I'm trying to think of things I can do, man. What do people do? How do they have fun when they don't have computers? I feel so lost without my computer, Tony. You can always use the Switch 2 for some games. Yeah. The only issue we gotta test if I can how well it streams on here. The only issue with the Switch 2 right now is that I want the Switch 2 streams to look good. Like I don't want the quality of the streams to look bad. But yeah, I will probably play Switch 2 games on my own or on the Switch 2 on my own. I think I have some games that I haven't like picked up in a while. Oh, fucking Kato, we should do Animal Crossing someday. That's if I still have online. I actually don't know if I do, but I wouldn't mind buying like a month of online. But yeah, we could do Animal Crossing. You can come see my flower-infested island. Because we talked about doing that. Wait, actually... No, oh, wait, no, I think... I can't remember. Because with the Switch 2, with Animal Crossing specifically, it's one of those games where, like, the save file wouldn't, like, if I transfer for the save file over, it wouldn't go on the other one. So I could even maybe start a new island. I'm pretty sure I moved it to my Switch too, but on my regular Switch, I could just, like, completely change my island. I don't remember. I genuinely can't remember. Though, I don't know. My island isn't perfect in Animal Crossing, but I love my islanders, so I don't know if I want to, like... We did, like, a whole... There's a video on my YouTube channel. If you guys like Animal Crossing New Horizon-y videos, there's a handful of Animal Crossing New Horizon videos. But, there's one where I do a compilation of me trying to find my favorite Animal Crossing character, which is Meringue. She's like a strawberry cake rhino. And we just went and hunted for her. And all the misadventures. But yeah, I'd love to do that, because Animal Crossing is a game that I just haven't picked up in forever. It's a really good game. I also have the DLC for it that I sort of played, the Happy Home expansion. I played it for a little bit, and I really, really liked it, but it just, like, for me, it didn't really have a lot of replay value. Though I think at some point in the DLC, it lets you, like, reorganize your town members' houses, which is something that I felt that I really wanted to do, because I thought that would be, like, being able to design my town members' houses would be fun. You got addicted to the DLC? I played it for, like, a really long time, but then, like, they just kept sending, like, I don't know. There's a lot of times where they were like, you need to make, like, a house with gold or something like that. I'm just like, I don't care. Like, I don't want to do it. I'm not touching my fucking... I'm not touching anything. You can hear me clapping my cheeks. I'm not touching anything. That was random. That was super strange. And then I gotta listen to the Animal Crossing Doom Eternal song that came out when the game came out. Eternal Horizons. We gotta rip and tear until it's done, and then we'll all go have some fun. I feel like I hear something, but I don't recognize what the sound is. I might turn off, like, disable my trackpad on my laptop, just because my hand, like, naturally rests sort of on its corner. You haven't played Animal Crossing in so long. I feel that. I feel like I pick it up for, like, 3 days every year ever since I played. Animal Crossing was insane. Like, New Horizons, when it came out, was insane for me because it was, like, part of the reason I got out of bed during the pandemic. Like, I got up to check turnip prices. That was what got me out of bed. You had even bought the Animal Crossing mobile game? Ooh, I never checked that out. How was that? Also, something really funny is so me, Schmeeps, and Merlin really got into Animal Crossing when it first came out. And Schmeeps was like on eBay and she's like, "You can buy Animal Crossing currency." And she spent like 15 bucks for like 8 million bells. And she was like, "If I get scammed, I get scammed. I don't care. It's like 15 bucks or whatever." And then someone came to her island uh and gave her 8 million bells. And then she proceeded to share the wealth with me and Merlin. So Merlin, Schmeeps, and I had like infinite money for the first, like, or for the very beginning of the game. It's so weird. It's free to play mobile game that got converted to a paid game that runs offline. Oh yeah, I heard about that. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, they really timed the release perfectly. Yeah, part of me thinks that like maybe Nintendo had some sort of thing to do with the pandemic. Maybe they created it so that they would have a perfect launch for Animal Crossing New Horizons. Or, you know, they just did a perfect time. uh. Look, all I'm saying is if Tomodachi Life comes out and there's another pandemic, you know that Nintendo's behind it, okay? That's all I'm gonna say is when Tomodachi Life comes out, if there's a pandemic in 2026, it's Nintendo's fault. That's what I'm saying, okay? That's what I'm saying. I'm so excited for Tomodachi Life. I'm gonna have like I want to do Tomodachi Life on stream. I'll probably play some of it off stream because it's kind of like an Animal Crossing game where you play every day. But something I want to do is make people like viewers, friends and stuff in Tomodachi Life just so we can um have funny like interactions, like see like what is Unchained doing with like fucking tea or whatever, like what are they talking about? But I think I'm gonna like set up a Google form for it where I'll be like, okay, everybody, who do you like? Put your name in, tell me like, give me a reference of your character, or if I know who you are, I'll know who you are. Um, has some online stuff included, yeah. Give me like because I think they should have at least online for being able to upload your guys, but like if you have a me for your character, like give it to me. But then I'm gonna have like a list because I think the hardest part with Tomodachi Life, the thing that I think is the fun part, is like seeing all the weird relationships people get into and uh like who marries who and has children with whom and like all this stuff. But if I do end up doing Tomodachi Life and I end up making like my friends, I want them to like fill out a form to be like, I am okay with like I am okay with being in like a fictional relationship in Tomodachi Life with a fictional person. And then if they're not okay with that, then I will play God in Tomodachi Life and be like, okay, Flair's like, no, I don't want to like I should okay, let's say Unchained says I shouldn't say Flair. I'm like I was gonna use an example of an actual friend, but then I'm like, what if he doesn't care? Why I'm overthinking this already. But say Unchained feels uncomfortable dating someone other than fucking Samus. then I'll play the game anytime he asks me like, should I marry blank? And then it's like, no. I'm so excited for Tomodachi Life. It's like one of my favorite games. I ended up actually giving my Tomodachi Life to my friend for his birthday. I gave him a 3DS and Tomodachi Life because he never got a 3DS and was getting back into like the older air quotes, the 3DS era of Pokemon. So I gave him all of my Pokemon games and my 3DS. The 3DS is his to keep, but I did say like if I ever want any of these games back, are you okay with that? And he's like, yes. I'm like, cool. Because irrationally, I would want them back, even though I know how to get access to most of these games. Like, I know where to buy them and stuff. Though Tomodachi Life is expensive for the 3DS for some reason. Uh, yeah. Okay, for this area, I think for this area, in my head, I want it to go, like, further out in this direction. So I'm just gonna kind of, like, dig in a direction. I'm not really gonna count anything out. I'm just gonna dig a length, and we're gonna just dig out there, and maybe dig out one or two there. Just because I want it to be kind of long. And then we're gonna do the thing where we line out the walls. We'll do out until here, maybe. We're not gonna worry about the roof because we're already pretty low down. Maybe I do. You know what? should have done the roof earlier. We're gonna do the roof now. Because the roof is kind of low towards the spawners. Are there just skeletons, like, spawning here? Like, is there just skeletons spawning in between the gaps of, like, things, and that's what's happening? I will keep the stream short because I was talking about watching one's Justice, Young Justice with Schmeeps, and I want to be careful this isn't messing up the wall, but I was gonna say Schmeeps already said that she was wanting to watch the show, and that and I was like, I will skip stream, and she's like, no, no, don't skip stream, and I was like, okay, and then so I would like to not keep her waiting as well. And I think it's just good to have this stream coming back after all this stress. I ended up digging way too far. Having all this stress happen to just make the first stream back kind of a chill one. No crazy expectations or anything. It feels weird to play on this mouse, because I have not played on this mouse in forever. What is this? Where's the... Okay. I'm like, where's the room? I mean, digging out this roof is kind of difficult because we are going to extend it later, but we might as well get some of it done now. This is so much gravel. I do maybe want to get more... Oh, wait, no. Sorry, I don't know why I said that so loudly. I'm gonna go and grab... We literally have night vision potions that we made and never used a single one. We don't need to worry about torches anymore. No more. Have you got the VTuber model working on the laptop? I do have. I've used the VTuber model on this laptop. I might try it for the Pokemon stream, but I didn't want to try it today. And maybe I'll try it for another stream, but I didn't want to try it today because I just didn't want to use up too much CPU and, like, overheat my computer. You know? Any more than it's already going to be heated up. But yes, we have run the VTuber model on this computer before. because I love thinking about lore. In my head, I was kind of like, it would be funny if we did Tomodachi Life, and within like our ever expanding lore of different things, we were like, Tomodachi Life is after MPW. It will be like, or like, I was thinking originally, I was like, wouldn't it be funny if that was like the same world as MPW? Like all the Miis are, like Unchained, Masu Pro Wrestlington, all that stuff. And then I was thinking, uh, first of all, if I did that, I would want to have like canonical relationships in the game, and I don't necessarily want to have to worry about that. So, first of all, I might not just even have this link to anything, but then I was thinking it would be cool if this was like post MPW, like this is after, and like these people are related to the people in MPW, and we all live on an island because we all got rich from like wrestling. Like the families got rich from wrestling, and they're all like millionaires now living on an island. But we'll see. I don't know what I'm gonna do because I don't. It's like everybody got rich and named their kids after themselves or something like that. It could even be like generations down the line, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. If I do anything special for it. I do appreciate you guys sticking in for this stream as well. I do appreciate you guys just in general all the time. Just knowing that people watch the streams honestly makes streams a lot easier to do. Because sometimes I feel like for recording, it's super easy to just record and like talk and do stuff. And it's a little bit like it kind of transfers over for streaming a little bit. And a lot of the times I just treat streaming as if I'm recording, but then also check the chat every once in a while. Um, but sometimes when you're streaming, it's like very apparent when nobody's there, and it can be very tough. 1 trillion years after MPW, humans have now evolved to look like Miis. That would actually be funny. It's like super far into the future, and the world is flooded and is only filled with islands that people live on. And then that links One Piece. It's less awkward with chat to bounce off. Yeah, even just for a little bit. Like, I can go for a full hour and just rant about something. But, like, sometimes I don't have anything to say or I don't know what I want to say. And I just kind of chill and I, look at chat. No one's there. Chill a little bit, look at chat. No one's there. And it gets a little bit, tiresome. I also do, at some point, want to do the WWE story mode. I was planning on doing it before MPW because I wanted to unlock... I wanted to unlock the clothes that were locked behind story mode because in all the other WWE games, you could pay to unlock all of the items in the game, but for this one, for some reason, they don't let you. They increased the price for the unlocker to like from like $5 to like $20, and then now the unlocker doesn't even unlock everything. It only unlocks like for a specific game mode, and not the story mode. So it's really annoying. But I would like to play the story mode at some point for WWE. And do like I want to do the story mode for WWE. And in the like Masu lore, as we say, the Masu canon, it would be Unchained's. It would be the career of Unchained's father. So we have like Masu Pro Wrestlington, Unchained and then Unchained's father would be like those characters, and then it would show like Unchained is the son of another famous wrestler that wrestled in WWE. Because MPW is like is like kind of future. MPW takes place in my timeline after Street Fighter 6. That was something I did remember to back up though. Is Flair wrote me like this program, or well, this like app with Obsidian, which is a program. He wrote his own little thing for this, or this big thing for this little app. Um, that lets me like track my shit when I'm keeping track of like Masu lore, and I backed up my Masu lore so I would not lose that. I'm looking for this. Ken could appear in MPW. Like technically he could. I actually have like kind of fought over the idea of introducing more um more characters based off of other characters in games. Like not to spoil anything too much, but there's like a kid in Street Fighter 6 that is one of the main characters, like little sister, and I very heavily considered adding her to MPW at some point, grown up, and to be like to sort of like, and never reference it like that she's from Street Fighter 6, but just give the name and like, but then I was like, I don't know if that's weird, or like I don't know if I want to like fall into the territory of like taking other characters, even though we did Barry Busted Holmes for the Royal Rumble, which is named off, or referencing Barry Buster Holmes. No, Gary Buster Holmes, I think, from Yakuza. But I don't know. I'm contemplating it, but I just don't know if I want to put like a ton of how many of like my OCs I want in MPW, because I already have like a handful of like original characters that are ostensibly like my original characters. But a lot of them end up being like a combination of like with like a collaborative effort between multiple people. So like when I say my original characters, I mean like not characters of other people that, like Kato Twin Moon is not an original character made by me, but uh like Gareth Unpardoned is an original character made by me, but he is made within collaboration with Merlin. So it's like me and Merlin made him, and like Emrys Morgana is basically 100%, I would say, an original character for me. Because I don't think Merlin and I ever talked about Emrys. I think I just made her against Merlin's will. Because I always planned her to be evil, and I always planned for, But I would consider maybe putting someone like a like a ancestor of Ken, maybe, or like an ancestor of a Street Fighter character into it. Because in my headcanon, or in my own, well, this headcanon and my own canon, um, Masu Pro Wrestlington is the son of Street Fighter 6 Masu. That's kind of my impression. And then I don't know. I don't think Unchained has anyone in like Street Fighter that he's related to, but yeah, like Masu Pro Wrestlington is related to Street Fighter 6 Masu. Which is where he gets his love of fighting. Though I don't know if Masu Pro Wrestlington ever learned the power to teleport like his father. So I can't remember what Ken's deal was in Street Fighter 6, but isn't he like going through a controversy right now? Like he lost all his money. He got like framed for something, I think. The good part also with playing on the Switch is that I don't have to be playing like on the computer. So for the stream on Thursday when I try to do Pokemon again, I'll be able to like sit in my regular position and not have to sit weirdly sideways next to my mic. I don't even know how it sounds for me, like, because I'm not talking directly into my mic. It might even sound better than what I usually sound like because I'm talking directly into my mic, so maybe me not talking directly into my mic makes it sound better, but when I'm talking like this, I'm not talking into the mic, and when I turn to look at chat, I'm talking into the mic. I keep thinking about, like, oh, maybe I should use this, like, tough for something, but I actually want to save it, because I'm pretty sure, right in my head, I kind of want to make the city, I don't know if I will, but I kind of want to make the city above the trial chambers out of tough blocks. Just because I really like how tough blocks will look. And they're kind of hard to, they're not hard to farm, but they are hard to farm. Did your daily check-in on Fortnite? Nice. I do at some point need to update this computer as well to Windows 11. I'm pretty sure I can update this computer to Windows 11, but I just haven't. Something really what funny slash weird happened on this computer one day where like my computer was fucking up and I was like, why won't this laptop turn on? And I turned it on and it was on Windows 11, right? And I was like, what the fuck? I never told it. God damn it. I never told it to update. That's so weird. Whatever. And then it was like came up with an error where it was like error, like restart your computer, blah blah blah, for like this to take place. And I was like, okay. And I restarted my computer, turned it back on, Windows 10. It was Windows 10 again. I was like, that's fucking weird. Like that, I feel like that's not how that should work. Yeah, I know they stopped very recently doing support, which like it's not going to be a big deal for right now, but later down the line. It's also kind of annoying because I'm pretty sure Microsoft is saying that you can like give them money and they will like protect your computer or whatever on Windows 10. Like you don't have to update. I saw something like that. I don't know if it's true, but I saw something where it was like they're offering like a deal where if you uh want to stay on Windows 10, you can like pay them a subscription fee. And I'm just like, that's stupid. To either buy a new computer, live with older software, which might be a security risk, or use Linux. Yeah. I have another computer that definitely won't be able to update to Windows 11. So I think what I'm going to end up having to do with that one is just disconnecting it from the internet entirely. Because that's really the only way anybody's ever going to, like, get anything from it, you know, is if I just disconnect it from the internet. But I'm going to look into it because I want to, like, maybe set up, like, if I can set up a firewall or something to, like, completely disconnect it. But the thing that sucks about it is it's the computer I use for my projector, so I like to use, like, Netflix and stuff on there. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'll have to check. Is more for businesses that can't easily migrate to Windows 11. Yeah, it's still stupid. But, I guess. I think it's still stupid. I also think it's stupid because didn't they say they were like, this is the last Windows version we're ever going to make, and then we're just going to keep updating it forever? And then, because weren't they going to do like Windows 2 or something like that? And I don't know, maybe I'm just making shit up. Making shit up in my brain. I'd recommend most people either upgrade to 11 or use Linux if they don't play crazy amounts of multiplayer games. Yeah. Yeah, I would say I honestly don't mind Windows 11 so far. You know, I don't know any of the technical jargon of like if it's like killing my computer, but um you know, I don't mind how it's set up. I think the thing that annoys me the most is like when you right click something and it gives you the pop-up, like copy and paste are all like always constantly in different areas. That's the only thing I've really noticed. I need to like do better at collecting this stuff. We'll go to here, I guess. Dude, this laptop was the laptop I did university on, like when everything was online classes. And I remember like if you guys know this world, you know that I flooded my end islands, right? But I did a group project one day And then we were the first people to go on. We did our group presentation, and then we got we muted and let the other people go. I just played Minecraft for like the rest of that class. I didn't do anything. And then there was a part where there's a point in my university career where I was not playing Minecraft, but I had Minecraft open up in the background to AFK for gold in my gold farm while listening to lectures. I think the worst part about online classes was trying to figure out how to set up like a my webcam because my webcam on my laptop just did not work. So I would use my phone for um for my exams, and then uh I would they would be like, you have to face it towards your face, and I'm like, I can't, like, or like I would have it on the side of my face, not like directly facing forward, and they'd be like, you can't have it that way, and I'm like, there's nothing I can do, I'm using my phone. And then yeah, and then I finally bought or I got a webcam, which is the one I use for VTubing. Which I probably need a better one because it's a really old web camera. There was a group of kids in my university that like cheated on every exam when it went to online, and I was just like, that is so sad. Like once it went online, it was just like everybody was cheating. I was mainly nervous to cheat because I don't think anyone ever got caught, but I didn't want to cheat because I was worried that I would get caught and you'd get expelled. And I was like, I'm not spending all this money to go to school to get expelled, you know? So I did not look any shit up. It was also really funny because there was like people that you kind of knew were cheating and the professors knew they were cheating, but they couldn't really do anything about it a lot of the time either. Because like one of the people that was cheating, our professor called him out and said like, you cheated because you like gave me this answer, and I looked up your answer and I found it online, right? Um, Cheating seems more common with AI. Yeah, it's just like you're not learning anything either if you're just cheating, but I guess to each their own. Um, yeah, I would say just don't do it, but do what you gotta do, I guess. But this one guy was like, he's like, I looked like up your answer online and I found the website you found the answer on, right? Like, so I know you've been cheating. Like, I'm not gonna stand for this. And the guy goes, this is kind of a crazy play though. The guy goes, who's being accused of cheating. He's like, when we were studying, right? I found that website with the answer on it. I memorized the answer while I was studying, and I used it for the exam. And so he's like, so yes, you found where I found my answer, but I studied with that website, so that's why my answer is from that website. And it's like, you can't really fuck, like, go, no, you didn't. Like, it's hard to say, like, nope, like, how do you, without a shadow of a doubt, confirm, you know? What the fuck even spend thousands on to go to uni if you're gonna cheat anyways? I think uni is one of those things where people just, like, I think people get stressed about uni, so they think they have to cheat to, like, get good grades. But then I also think that, which I think is a problem with, like, schools in general, but I think that people probably, um, just don't, like, I don't know where I was. I had another thought, but I can't remember. But yeah, like it's one of those things where I think some people just that's the easier way to do it, you know. But yeah, I agree. I don't think you should really cheat That's why also it kind of became good towards the end. It kind of became good towards the end, but worse was a lot of the exams ended up becoming open book, which I think open book exams are actually like it's harder for the teachers to make, but I think they're better exams because in a world where we have access to the internet and things at all times, and like the idea that we're gonna run into a problem and we can't ask someone else for their solution, like well, like open book isn't asking someone the solution, right? But having like we're not gonna have resources to solve these issues. Like we're obviously gonna have that. So I think that it's kind of good to have open book exams because you have the resources to be able to solve the issue, but you have to be able to find that within the time, and I think that's really good to do it. But the big issue with that for at our school specifically, I don't know if any other schools did this, but they made it so it was a timed exam, obviously, and you couldn't go back when you answered a question. So if you answered a question, you had to be like, I'm 100% certain I've got it correct, or this is as correct as it's gonna get for me, and then you had to put it in, and then like, you know, later down the line in the exam, if you went, oh shit, I should have put 2 instead of 3, can't go back, which I kind of hated because it like it killed the ability to like sometimes you need to take a it was actually it was good and bad because it was like it sucks because it's super hard to keep track of like your answers sometimes, but then at the same time I feel like it made me balance my time a lot better because I'd be like say it's a 10 question, say it's like like let's get the calculator out, right? Say it's 10, say it's a 60-minute exam, right? And there's 10 questions. Oh, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. 10 questions. So that means you could spend a maximum of 6 minutes on every question, right? And so I would do that where I would be like, okay, let me see how long I've been going for, right? Okay, I have 6 minutes left. Or I have 6 minutes on this question, and if I go past it, I'm like, okay, I have to move on. Like I have to move on. But then if there's a question where I'm like, I do it, and I'm like, I'm 100% certain that's the answer. Move on next. It's like, okay, I have 12 minutes to answer this next question. You know, like I manage my time well enough where it's like I didn't obviously go for the maximum 6 minutes because sometimes you never know if the next question is gonna be way harder than the one you just answered. But that was kind of how I tackled it, and I felt like it really ended up working out for me in the long run. The reason why they did that though is because they would give everyone the same test, but they would give the questions out of order so that the people that are cheating can't go, what's the answer to answer 6? Because answer 6 could be answer 1 for someone else. And then they can't go back and go, oh, this question. Yeah, this one. They can't go back to the question because it doesn't let you go back. So I thought it was a pretty good way to stifle cheating, though it did suck to have to go through it. And I knew it was really funny because I knew this one guy that was 100% cheating. Like he was one of the people in the groups that was cheating. Because not a friend of mine, but a guy I knew got like invited to that group to cheat. He was so mad at the professor, like when they announced that they were doing the you can't go back anymore, and he's like, that's stupid, and he like in the middle of class was like, that's a terrible like idea, and it's blah blah blah, and he was like insulting the teacher, and the teacher's like, I can't do anything about it, man. I'm sorry, the professor, I should say. Professor's like, I can't do anything about it, and I felt so bad for the professor that I don't really do stuff like that like this, but I went and I emailed my professor and I was like, I would just want to say that not everybody in the class agrees with what that person said, and he was like completely out of line for the way he spoke to you, and I'm sorry that you had to deal with that. You know, like please understand that we all understand that you're doing your best, you know, like with the situation. Nobody wants to do any of this. Like I felt so bad for the prof. And that prof was like one of the best profs we had. Let me just tell you how good this prof was. This prof was like an expert in his field for computer science. He made mistakes like everybody else does, but he was an expert in his field. He wrote a textbook so that everyone could have a free textbook for his class. He wrote the textbook so people didn't have to buy a textbook. Like, that's how good of a guy he was. He spent so much time out of his own to set this textbook up so kids didn't have to spend like $70 on a new textbook every semester for his classes. He wrote his own textbooks for the class. Like, how can you be mad at a guy like that? Like, seriously. I think he retired recently, or like the year after I left, or he was planning on retiring or something. But yeah, he was like one of the best. And other teachers would use his textbook as well. Like, other professors would use his textbook. So he was saving people like hundreds of dollars. Though 90% of the time when it came to textbooks in my class, I could either find the textbook online in a library, or I didn't need the textbook. So I will say you don't always need the textbook, but I will say anytime that I did get the textbook, it was very good extra like help. If I needed to look something up, I knew I had the textbook. Let me check. Um, okay. I'm gonna finish off this wall, and then we'll probably end off this stream. And it's good to know that this old computer is still being able to pump out some good old content. We love you. We love you, computer. We love you, High Stream. That High Stream is actually the name of this computer. You can change the name of like what the computer is called, like the system name. And I remember changing it to High Stream because if it ever popped up on stream, I wanted you guys to be able to see that it was called High Stream. I don't know if it ever did, though. Alright. This will be it for tonight. Yeah, so this is High Stream. And been a good computer to me. Thank you, High Stream, for this stream. Alright. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Hope you guys enjoyed. We will try to do on Thursday. We will try to do Pokemon, and then if it doesn't work out or isn't like the quality that I want it to be, we might not stream on Twitch unless we're streaming something like Minecraft or something just kind of like small. And then we will we'll do movie nights in the Discord. So have a good night, guys, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye-bye. Matane, bye-bye. See you guys later.